So Jack, another defeat, 6-1 against Rangers. What is your thoughts after that performance?
Probably mixed emotions, lots of positives. I think the girls were maybe a little bit disappointed with conceding that kind of flurry of goals at the end, which is probably just a combination of, you know, Rangers being so dominant for so long. Naturally, at our level, you're probably mentally and physically very fatigued and you can't quite get into the areas you want to get into to defend the box. But I think there was lots of positives. Obviously, being the first team this season in the league to score against them, albeit off Erin's tummy, was probably a scenario we didn't plan for, was being 1-0 up. And to be fair, I can understand at that point psychologically for the girls it was probably a tough one because they're probably thinking, well, that's not what we're expecting. What do we do here? And before you know it, they score 2 goals and you're 2-1 down. So that was disappointing. But I thought for large spells we were really resilient. I think at the start of the second half until quite deep in the second half, they didn't really test Alicia a lot. There was obviously lots of pressure and lots of possession, but I think we defended really, really well and showed again, as we did with Glasgow City, a real determination and desperation to try and defend our box. But I think naturally, when they're bringing in players off the bench with multiple international caps, I think naturally it's so difficult to compete. You can compete for chunks of time, but certainly not for a full match. So I think it's a good mindset that the girls are disappointed with certain aspects, but I think we also need to highlight the positives that for large spells of the game we did manage to keep them at bay. And had it not been for that last 10 minutes, and we probably come off with a scoreline that people are very proud of. But yeah, I'm very proud of the girls again for the effort they put in. I thought the effort was incredible from everyone on the pitch, off the bench. So probably quite a light session tomorrow, and then we obviously prepare for Aberdeen.
Yeah, you touched on that Erin's goal. Can you just describe what you were feeling as soon as she hit the ball in the back of the net?
I mean, I'd kind of semi-turned my back. I saw the goalkeeper going to clear it, and then just turned back and noticed it getting punted off Erin's midriff and in the goal. And at that point, probably just a bit of shock more than anything else, to be honest. And like I say, it's probably a learning curve for me, something to maybe prepare the girls for every eventuality, because, like I say, myself, the players probably hadn't planned for that and therefore didn't know how to react to that scenario. And even if we just kept it tighter a little bit longer, maybe it just gives us a little bit more breathing space. But yeah, like I say, Rangers obviously a phenomenal team, phenomenal options over the pitch. I thought the way they switched to play and got 1v1s down the sides was very, very difficult for us to cope with. But I think also there'll be a lot of teams that get beat by a lot more than 5 goals off them.
Yeah, we've obviously got Aberdeen next week. They're 2 points ahead of us. What's your thoughts and preparations going on to that game?
It's obviously a big game for us, far bigger than today in terms of the context of our season. They've obviously picked up quite a bit laterally, so certainly a far tougher match than it might have been a few weeks ago. I think they'll be looking at it as an opportunity to get some points. We'll be looking at it as an opportunity to get some points. So yeah, I think we need to just put this game in context and focus on the games that are going to define our season a little bit more, which is obviously Aberdeen next week being one of them.